Greetings, curious minds. Welcome to Frontier Obscura, where we dive deep into the bizarre, unravel the unknown, and shine a light on the shadows of the universe. Buckle up for a journey to the edges of human knowledge.
We're diving into the captivating world of archaeoastronomy, the study of how ancient cultures understood and used the stars and celestial bodies. From towering stone circles to intricate cave paintings, our ancestors left us clues about their relationship with the cosmos. So, buckle up as we explore how our forebears used the sky as their clock, calendar, and spiritual guide. At its core, archaeoastronomy is a bridge between archaeology and astronomy. It's like being a celestial detective, piecing together clues from ancient structures, artifacts, and written records to understand how different cultures perceived and utilized the heavens. But why did our ancestors care so much about the stars? Well, imagine a world without smartphones, GPS, or even simple clocks. The sky was their timekeeper, their navigation system, and sometimes their god. By observing celestial movements, ancient peoples could predict seasons, plan agricultural activities, navigate vast oceans, and even establish complex religious beliefs. Let's start our tour with some of the most impressive examples of ancient astronomical know-how, the observatories. Stonehenge, that iconic circle of massive stones in England, isn't just a pretty monument. It's an astronomical calculator of mind-boggling precision. The structure aligns perfectly with the summer solstice sunrise and the winter solstice sunset. But that's just scratching the surface. Recent studies suggest it might have been used to predict eclipses and track complex lunar cycles. Imagine the power and prestige of the priests who could seemingly control the heavens. Halfway across the world, in Chichen Itza, Mexico, the Maya built El Caracol, a dome-shaped building that functioned as an observatory. Its windows align with key positions of Venus, a planet the Maya associated with their feared god of war and human sacrifice. Talk about taking stargazing to the extreme. But not all observatories were grand structures. In Chaco Canyon, New Mexico, the ancestral Puebloans used a simple spiral petroglyph and 3 slabs of rock to track the sun's movement. As the summer solstice sun rose, it would project light between the slabs, creating a dagger of sunlight that bisected the center of the spiral. Low-tech? Maybe. Ingenious? Absolutely. Now, let's bring things down to earth and talk about celestial agriculture and how the stars helped feed ancient civilizations. The ancient Egyptians were masters of astronomical agriculture. They divided their year into 3 seasons based on the cycles of the Nile, Akhet, flooding, Peret, planting, and Shemu, harvesting. But how did they know when these seasons would begin? They looked to the stars, specifically to Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky. The heliacal rising of Sirius, its first appearance in the east just before sunrise, coincided with the annual flooding of the Nile. This event marked their new year and signaled the start of the agricultural cycle. Talk about cosmic farming. In the Andes, the Inca used the Pleiades star cluster to plan their potato planting. If the cluster appeared bright and clear in June, it meant a good rainy season and early planting. But if it looked dim, it signaled a drought and planting would be delayed. It's like a cosmic weather forecast. Even in ancient China, farmers relied on the stars. The 24 solar term system, still used today, divided the year into 24 periods based on the sun's position. Each term, lasting about 15 days, was associated with specific agricultural activities. It's a testament to its accuracy that this system has endured for over 2,000 years. Of course, we can't talk about archaeoastronomy without mentioning celestial navigation. Long before GPS, our ancestors were crossing vast oceans guided by the stars. The Polynesians were arguably the most skilled celestial navigators in history. They island hopped across the Pacific using a complex system of star compasses. They memorized the rising and setting positions of different stars throughout the year, using them as guideposts for their voyages. One star in particular, Hokulea Arcturus, was crucial for finding Hawaii. These navigators could read the night sky like we read road signs. In the Mediterranean, ancient Greek sailors used the constellation Ursa Major as their guide. The Greeks noticed that this constellation never set below the horizon in the northern hemisphere, making it a reliable reference point. They even advised sailors to use the constellation's position to gauge their latitude. It's like ancient GPS. For many ancient cultures, the line between astronomy and religion was blurry, if it existed at all. The stars were a mystical yet certain reality to them that often carried religious and mythological connections. In ancient Egypt, the sky was more than a scientific tool. It was the home of the gods. The Egyptians saw the Milky Way as a heavenly Nile, mirroring their life-giving river on Earth. They associated specific stars with deities. Orion was Osiris, god of the afterlife, while Sirius represented Isis, goddess of rebirth. The Maya took their celestial religion to new heights, quite literally. Their stepped pyramids weren't just for show, they were cosmic mountains connecting Earth to the heavens. The famous pyramid of Kukulkan at Chichen Itza is a prime example. During the spring and autumn equinoxes, the setting sun casts a shadow on the pyramid that looks like a serpent slithering down the steps. It's a spectacular fusion of architecture, astronomy, and religious symbolism. Even in ancient Greece, where we see the birth of more recognizable scientific astronomy, myth and science intertwined. The constellations we know today are largely based on Greek mythology. Orion, Cassiopeia, Perseus, these aren't just star patterns, they're stories written in the sky. You might be thinking, this is all fascinating, but what does it mean for us today? Well, archaeoastronomy isn't just about understanding the past. It's about gaining modern perspective as well on our present and future. Studying how ancient cultures viewed the cosmos can shed light on current debates about climate change and our relationship with nature. The precision of ancient calendars and the sustainability of star-guided agricultural practices offer valuable lessons for modern society. Archaeoastronomy reminds us of our shared human heritage. Despite vast differences in culture and technology, people around the world and throughout history have looked up at the same sky with wonder and curiosity. In a way, the stars connect us not just across space, but across time. As we've seen, archaeoastronomy reveals that our ancestors were far more sophisticated than we often give them credit for. From the megalithic structures of Europe to the intricate calendars of Mesoamerica, from Polynesian star compasses to Egyptian flood predictors, ancient peoples around the world found ingenious ways to track and utilize celestial movements. The next time you look up at the night sky, remember, you're not just seeing stars and planets, you're seeing the clock that guided ancient farmers, the map that led explorers across oceans, and the stage where gods and heroes played out cosmic dramas. In those twinkling lights, we can read the story of human ingenuity, spirituality, and our eternal quest to understand our place in the universe. So keep looking up. You never know what ancient secrets you might discover. And if you liked this episode, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend.